Now, the Indian team, basically,
Yeah,
more or less the most of the players select themselves, except I think two spots, which I would love to have your opinion. One is
yeah.
that who will be a choice, Washington Sundar or Akshar Patel for the third spinner?
That's a good question, actually. Uh,
Because
both are
both are
left-handers
handy
when they
batsmen
bat,
and both can bowl quite well.
and both are handy batsmen.
Yeah,
Yeah, because now we have to see whether they will contain, because Akshar is more of a ODI bowler,
yeah.
and Washington Sundar is more preferred by Gautam Gambhir after especially that 100 that he
After
scored,
100, yeah.
and also the 7 wickets that he took against New Zealand.
Hmm.
So, and now with Nitish being released,
Yeah.
and I don't think there is a substitute for Nitish coming. There's no substitute.
No
So we will
substitute, yeah.
preferably see Sudeep, we'll see Shubman Gill and KL Rahul, 1, 2. The
No,
big
first is
question,
Yashasvi
I
Jaiswal.
think, is what you were
Yashasvi
discussing
Jaiswal.
before the show.
Yeah. Jaiswal and
Shubman Gill
Rahul.
and Jaiswal, yes.
No,
So
no. Jaiswal and
then
Rahul.
Gill
Jaiswal
and
and Rahul.
Rahul. Then yeah, Gill and Jaiswal and Rahul. Sorry, and then we have KL and Gill. The big discussion is if Sai Sudarshan doesn't play and Jurel plays and Pant is at 6, and then we have Jadeja at 7, and then we have 8, 9 Washington Sundar and uh,
Kuldeep,
uh,
Kuldeep
Akshar
Yadav.
Patel or Washington Sundar and Kuldeep, and then Bumrah Siraj. I think the
Bumrah.
what will go against. I think if I mean both Sundar and I mean if Jadeja is a certainty as a batter, then I look at Akshar Sundar or Sundar, uh, uh, Akshar Sundar, and I think both plays.
Akshat, then Kuldeep goes out. You are saying.
I can't hear your voice. I can't hear your
Yeah,
voice.
then Kuldeep goes
Again,
out.
it's getting
You are
muffled
saying.
up.
You are saying that Kuldeep goes out.
Yeah, that is a very tricky place because they would like to play Kuldeep and I think Washington, but if Akshar plays, he's a batsman, so the tail and Gautam Gambhir, likes to have batting all-rounders.
No,
You
but
know that,
if Kuldeep does not play,
right?
na, then the
So,
bowling becomes very weak.
okay, okay, correct. So my point is, I think Nitish Reddy moving out forcibly because of injury opens up a good position. I have a feeling that it is going to be the toss-up between Kuldeep and Akshar. I think
Okay,
that's the toss-up. So
but
my team is Shubman, Gill, Gill, Yashasvi. Uh, it could be, if it is Sai Sudarshan, then what happens is, I'll tell you, there are two teams. If it's Sai Sudarshan, KL, and then you have KL Sai Sudarshan, and then you have Pant Jadeja, and Jurel then doesn't play. If Jurel plays, then you have four bowlers. Then you have Sai Sudarshan at 5. I mean, Sai Sudarshan, if you have 3, then Gill and Jurel, then 6, Jadeja, 7, 8 would be Akshar and or Washington and Kuldeep. Then so there is a problem in the side.
now
There's a
there is a
balance as you can
debate.
write.
I'm just telling you, just there's a
Yeah,
debate going on that it's a toss-up between Sai Sudarshan and Dhruv Jurel in the number 3 spot.
I can't hear you, Sudeep. Your sound is getting muffled.
Yeah, there's a debate going on.
Yeah, I think Sudeep, you need to speak a little away from the mic. I think a little
Okay.
away.
Acha, can you hear me now? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
that's better.
Yeah. So there's a debate now that
Yeah, I can hear you.
yeah, there's a debate between Sai Sudarshan and Dhruv Jurel. Dhruv Jurel after his double ton, double
A little,
century.
little louder. A little louder.
Uh,
Little
Dhruv, Ju-
louder.
Dhruv Jurel after his double ton against this South African A side. Now
Yeah,
he is
yeah.
a strong
Two
contender,
hundreds, back-to-back hundreds. Yeah.
back-to-back hundred. So he's a strong contender for the number 3 slot. People, there is a debate going
Yeah.
on, I'm told, between whether to take Sai Sudarshan and or Dhruv Jurel, because Sai Sudarshan's record has not been very impressive in Test matches.
No,
Whatever
no, that
little
is what
chances he has.
Abhimanyu Ishwar's name was floated before he failed miserably. But
I
Sai
mean, if
Sudarshan, we are giving him, I mean, they're investing with Sai because he's young.
yeah,
But
he has a
I mean, in Indian cricket, if someone is persisting heavily, and it will be very difficult for him to be taken off.
yeah, yeah,
So, and Jurel is young. He's, I think, 22, 23.
yeah.
And he
So
has got a good credential as a batsman. I think that 90 and 80 he scored last year against England. I think when once didn't play, that was a very strong statement. So I
one
have a
section
feeling that
is backing, Dhruv Jurel, for the number 3 slot.
I can't hear you. Sudeep, I can't hear you.
Acha, one section, they are backing Dhruv Jurel for the number 3 slot.
So I think you put the heads on and you put the hands free again. You put the hands free and keep it a little away. Keep it a little away.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Now. Yes.
Yeah. There seems to be some
Tell me.
sound problem today,
Yeah, today there's some issue.
Yeah.
So here, let me tell you, I think that the number 3, if Jurel plays, so it will be Gill, Jaiswal, Jurel, then KL Rahul, Pant, Jadeja, Akshar, Sundar. Akshar Sundar or Akshar Kuldeep, and then you have
Then we have
Bumrah. Or you can play Akashdeep also.
No, I think they will play. No, they won't play three pacers. I don't think they will play. I think Bumrah and Siraj is going to play.
But I think I just heard a discussion in Star which said that Akash might play because he's the local kid and he knows the conditions better. Could be a wild throw, not playing Siraj. Could be.
Could be. Let's see. And then
all debate. I think if Jurel plays, then there's an issue. If Sai Sudarshan doesn't play, and if Jurel plays if Sai Sudarshan plays, we have a bowler short. Clearly.
No, Sai Sudarshan in any case will play. So see, we are.
No, you said Jurel might play in place of Sai Sudarshan.
So Sai Sudarshan and Jurel both are batsmen. So what I am saying is that they'll play 5 bowlers like Jadeja, either Washington Sundar or Akshar Patel. Number 3 is Kuldeep, Bumrah, and Siraj. So these 5 bowlers will play.
I have doubts whether they might play Akashdeep. I have a feeling they might play Akashdeep.
Okay, let's. There's a possibility. Of course, there's a possibility. But the kind of the pitch,
I have a.
But this dry surface, I don't think they will take the risk of playing 3 pacers on this dry surface.
Okay. Could be. Very true.
So Akashdeep, if he comes, then he will come in place of Siraj.
Could be. I am not denying that, but I don't have any information on that. But Sai Sudarshan maybe drop in place of Jurel. That would be an interesting one. That will really be an interesting one.
Yeah. Because Jurel has shown a lot of promise, Jurel.
Yeah, I can see your camera. Camera is switched off, Sudeep.
No, camera is on. My camera is on. I'm able to see myself.
No, it just got back. I think there's some network issues at your place.
I think there is some technical issue today. I think there seems to be some technical issue. I don't know why.
Yeah, your sound never falters so much. So I think the main discussion point is whether Jurel plays along with Sai, and whether Jurel plays in place of Sai, and whether Akashdeep plays. But if Jurel plays and Sai both play, then I think it is Sai, Rahul, Pant, Jadeja, Jurel, and then we have Sundar, Kuldeep, and or Sundar or Akshar, Kuldeep, and then we have Siraj or Akashdeep and Bumrah. So that's the team. But however, if Jurel plays, let me tell you, if Jurel plays at 3, then Rahul at 4, then Pant and Siraj 5, Pant and Jadeja 5, 6, then 7 you have another player to play. Whom do we play at 7 if Sudarshan is not playing?
It will be either Sundar or Akshar Patel, either of the two.
Then no. Then 8, 9 who are at 8 and 9. Kuldeep is at 8, 9. You have Bumrah and then you have played 3 pacers, which is not possible.
No, which is not possible. No, I'm telling you. I'm just telling you.
So if Sai Sudarshan doesn't play, you have to play 6 bowlers.
No, I'm telling you the team, which I think could be a possible team. Just I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Openers will be Yashasvi Jaiswal and KL Rahul. One down is
correct.
Dhruv Jurel. One down.
Correct. Okay.
Two down will be Shubman Gill.
Okay.
3 down will be Rishabh Pant.
Okay.
4 down will be
Jadeja,
Ravindra Jadeja, number 6.
number 6. Then you have
No,
Akshar
there is.
or
I think one more batsman needs to come in. Oh,
correct.
Rishabh.
That's why if Sudarshan is not playing, then at 7 you need someone because then 8 will be Akshar or Sundar, 9 will be Kuldeep, then you have Siraj and Bumrah. So one batsman short if Sudarshan doesn't play.
So then they
So
can. They
if
can.
Sudarshan doesn't play, then you have because Nitish Kumar is not there. So
No,
you
no, no,
have
no.
to play
No,
Sudarshan.
they will play then. Sudarshan and Jurel both can play then.
That is what I'm saying. They have to play because they're hindered by the
They will
handicapped by
they will have. Otherwise,
Jurel
it
Ritesh
will be
Reddy.
one batsman short then
Yeah, I
if they
think
don't play.
you have a point. Sudarshan should have played. Jurel should have played, but since Nitish is not there, they will play both.
Yeah,
Because
they will
Gautam
play
Gambhir
both.
wants a long tail batting.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they will
Long
have.
batting.
So the only bone of contention now becomes we have eliminated that discussion. The only bone of contention is whether Akshar or Sundar and
Yeah.
whether Siraj or Kuldeep. Whether Siraj or Akashdeep.
Akashdeep. Yeah, that is the only chance. Otherwise, the team is more or less settled.
Select themselves. They select themselves because Nitish Reddy would have been at 7, so that is
Yeah.
not possible.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah.
I think I really like Sudeep the way Jurel has forced his place in the team. Abhimanyu Ishwaran should have done that. Big
Yeah,
match
he could
temperament,
not
he
capitalize.
always
He could
fails in
not
big matches.
only when this.
In big, I have seen that from the Australia BGT side. In the Sheffield Shield also, the matches that led up to the series, he I think scored 180. Otherwise, he's got 0 also. In England also, he scored 150 and then got zeros. Here also, it was a big chance he scored 0. So I think
All
in big
important
matches,
matches, he
in
comes.
A matches, if you don't score, then you really don't. I mean, you can score tons of runs in Ranji, but if you don't score big runs in the current dispensation with Gautam Gambhir, I don't think he has a chance.
No,
He doesn't have a
very
chance.
difficult. Very difficult to get through because
And
the,
you just can't blame. You just can't
no,
say that because he's from Bengal, he's being handled badly, or Bengal players don't get chance. Everything is fair, but you have to
yeah,
score runs.
yeah. End of the day, you have to score runs. End of the
And
day.
Jurel, the way he came up, I think I really like this guy.
No,
He's
really,
got
really.
sense. He's got solid batting, back, good defense. Really bats well, keeps well. Although he gave 22 byes in that innings, but I think he's a very mature guy. I like this guy, the
Mature.
way he plays.
And he'll get better with age, with experience.
Exactly, because he's young.
Yeah,
It's time to
very
invest.
true.
He's
Very
23
true.
and there'll be at least 10 years he
Very
can give to India.
exactly,
And
exactly.
the way
Absolutely.
Pant is getting injury prone, the way he's getting injury prone, he's
So he can
27,
be a
going to be
good
28.
replacement. Good
So
replacement
I
for
do not see
Pandya.
much of Rishabh Pant coming up in the next few years.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Good replacement.
Absolutely.
We thought that Pant will go on to play a lot, but obviously Pant is getting a lot of injuries.
Yeah. Becoming very injury prone. Yeah.
Very. So that on that note, we finished the discussion on India also. We'll need to go a little bit into the WTC point circle. Sudeep, if you can show us.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
Can you see it? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So what's your take, Sudeep? If India wins, what happens? I think they overtake Sri Lanka by
Yeah, they
percentile.
will, in percentile, they will definitely overtake Sri Lanka. Now,
Yeah,
lot
because
will depend.
they will get I think 6 points if they
Yeah.
win. 6,
Yeah.
6, 12.
Uh,
And I think that is 6 points if they win one test match.
yeah. So if India wins, that will be a big boost, for qualifying for the WTC final. That will be a big boost.
I think so.
Remember, New Zealand is yet to play any matches so far, and India-New Zealand series is going to be
Yeah, that is
very crucial.
worrisome.
That is worrisome and very crucial. I'm telling you.
Yes, it is.
So
Yes, very true. Very, very true.
this Ashes, this is also going to be very crucial about the point percentile. Whoever remains in the top 2, top 3,
Correct.
if England can win the Ashes, then
Yes.
which is looks very unlikely at the moment, but you never know
Oh,
in
yes.
cricket anything.
Every test match is a value weighted average of 120 points, whether it's
Okay.
2 match, 3 match, or 5 match. So in
Okay,
a 2 match series, it is 60 points each. In 3 match, it is 40. In 4 matches, it is 30. And 5 match, it is 24. So
Okay.
India had 2-2, so it is 48 points. And
48
then India had a 2-0 win.
2-0
Yeah,
win.
so 60. So it is, I think, at 52 now.
52. Yeah. 52 points.
24 is so 2-2 was, I think, out of 120, 2 would be win would be 24 divided by so 124 points, it would be half 12
Yeah.
to England and 12 to India.
Yeah.
I think that's the way it is. So and then winning the 2 series, that would be 60. So India won 2-0 against West Indies, right? 2-0.
2-0. 2-0. 2-0.
2-0. So it would be 60 matches each. But India has got 52 out of 7 matches. Okay. I don't know how that got calculated. Okay.
So these are still very early days, and lot of things will
Correct. But
change,
I think
by the.
India beats South Africa, or it is 1-1 draw, then South Africa probably. So I don't think they will be able to replace India.
No, no.
If they win 2-0, they might. But if 1-1 in India is still at number 3.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
India wins 2-0, they might go ahead of South Africa, Sri
Go ahead.
Lanka by
Go ahead of
percentage.
South
Obviously.
Africa. Yeah, yeah. They will go ahead
We'll
of Sri
discuss the
Lanka, no
Ashes
doubt.
we'll discuss the Ashes in a very detailed way. But
Yeah.
also, I would like to end on a note that now that South Africa is a WTC champion, I think, Sudeep, we feel personally that now India should play at least a 3-test series. It's only playing 5 against the big daddies and
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
3
yeah.
and 2 against South Africa
And I think they should
doesn't
have
work
a
well, augur well.
full-fledged, 5-test series against South Africa now.
I think South Africa and New Zealand, you should play 3, and South Africa, I think you should play 5. Australia,
5,
England,
yeah.
South Africa, you must play 5. Sena countries.
Australia, you have to play. You have to play
You
5.
have to play South Africa 5,
And
I think. That is
against
something that's shocking.
we need more series against test matches against Sri Lanka.
Sri
That is
Lanka.
also a thing because Sri Lanka also, we hardly play test matches nowadays against Sri Lanka.
Hardly. And there was a discussion that if the tiers were evaluated and it was a tier,
Yeah,
I mean, the test
remember
cricket was broken into
the
2 tiers.
80s
Sri Lanka
and
would be on
90s.
tier 1.
80s and 90s, if you remember, we used to have frequent test series against Sri Lanka. Now that is simply, they are not playing at all.
Yes.
That is not a good sign.
We had 3 test series, not more than 3, but we always played 3. In 3 years,
Yeah.
India played 1 test. Yes. In 98, we played. In 99, we played the Asian Test Championship. 2000, we played 3. 2002, we played. 2008, we played. 2011, we played. So we have always played a 3-test series against Sri Lanka, which has now become 0 almost.
0.
I mean, this is
zero.
worrying sign for Test match cricket, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So these are
And
still early
now
days.
we finally come to the last part where we discuss. Yeah.
So these are very
I think
early
what's the
days.
text, Sudeep? If India wins, do they go up? Okay.
Yeah, they go up. They go up, no doubt. And then a lot will depend on the Ashes,
I think India wins, they go up.
Yeah, yeah. They'll go up.
Yes.
They'll go up. Yeah.
England is at 6.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot to do for England
Lot to
basically,
do
because
for
if they
England,
lose, they're almost
which
out
is,
of contention, almost.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Yes,
considering their
because if
baseball,
Australia lose, they still will have a chance to qualify.
yeah,
If
yeah.
Australia lose, they will still
Yeah.
have a chance to qualify.
But if England loses, now they will be languishing at the bottom. That is the thing.
Almost out of the
Yeah.
almost out of WTC
Yeah,
championships.
yeah, yeah.
So on that note, the last 5 minutes discussion, Sudeep, on the very important meeting that happened today, the ICC meeting, which of course we have been discussing throughout the day, which is the biggest discussion point we had today, and that I would like to bring your attention to is the 2-tier structure that we were thinking will happen have not happened.
Okay, yeah. I
So,
think it was.
It has been discussed at the group level, and it was discussed for a very long time. But finally, the ICC board decided in Dubai today that it would be a 12-team, another surprise with Afghanistan, Ireland, and West Indies. I think this was Ireland, Afghanistan, Zimbabwe, Ireland, who are the test playing nations, will join the top 9, and it will become a round robin league. And it will be a full test series for the lower ranked teams. So
I think the concern
clearly a concern of financial divisions, basically, because England and Australia have both raised what I can read from the report in Cricinfo, that if there is because if there will be tier 1, tier 2, there will be relegation promotion like EPL and other, like all other sporting leagues.
They are very concerned about this.
They're very concerned because if they slip up, of course, some point of time, all teams have to slip up. You can see the way English Premier League, Manchester United, for the last 12 years, they're not able to win also. And this year, they're fighting for relegation. A team like Manchester United, who won 8 titles under Alex Ferguson, how they're struggling. Look at West Indies.
It's a very...
Now Manchester City, Arsenal and Manchester City, who were never in the top 10, have come up. I don't watch EPL, but I follow the relegation and promotion. So I think England and Australia have been very clear that if at some point of time they lose, because England has more of this, because they know they're going to lose Ben Stokes very soon. Could be the last series.
Yeah. Given his fitness
England, if you remember, if Ben Stokes goes out, they're bowling with Atkinson. We have discussed this: Guards, Atkinson, Tung, Archer, and Wood. They're not good enough to. I don't think they're still good enough to dismantle a big team.
Yeah, very true, very true.
So England has a fear that they might have a problem going down, and so if they at all in future go down, In tier 2, then obviously they will not have the big daddies like India, Australia coming, and they will lose out on financial the finances of the sponsors, which is very correct. So they were not okay with this tier 1, tier 2, and West Indies, of course, did not want this to happen because they wanted the big teams to play because they are suffering
See,
from
in
a lot
fact,
of
West Indies
finance.
now they are it's concerned a lot of to do with the finances because the West Indies Cricket Board, once it is relegated to tier 2, it will be very
Yes.
difficult for a country like West Indies, team like West Indies to again, make their way in
Come
the
up to
top.
tier 1.
Very bad given because the financial crunch will only worsen if they are playing in
Yes.
the tier 2.
Very,
But
very
if they
true. Very true.
if there is a single tier system, it gives a chance to the lesser, small, weaker teams like West Indies or Bangladesh, to play against the big nations. And this, in a way, it promotes also Test cricket. So, in a way, one way, if you look at
Correct.
it,
I think end of the day, they did that.
if you look at it in
So,
that way, a single tier is good for the game of for the Test cricket.
game of cricket and round robin, and it will increase a lot of contest also
Yeah, it
because
will.
then you have a bigger like EPL, you have a long league, and then you have to be ready. You just can't think
Yeah.
I'll play three countries and win. It's a
So,
shortcut way of
so
winning, like the way South Africa went to the
every test
finals.
match becomes important. So this competitiveness goes up, So this is in a way, I think it is a
Very true.
welcome step.
I mean, that's a welcome step in a way. It is a welcome step. Now need to see how the big daddies like India, England, and Australia will keep the tempo because sometimes when you play Ireland, Kenya, Zimbabwe, you lose the tempo. You might
Yeah,
because there's a
and
gap
they
of the
might
top
play
three in the
play their
remaining nine.
second side, against
I think they
Zimbabwe
will do
or
that. They will check a lot of second teams because India
because
will
you
do a lot
cannot
of
play the
checks.
main players so much, you'll just tire them out, basically.
Because
So they will be
27, 29, if you see that cycle, will have two T20 World Cups. After
yeah,
26, they will have two
yeah,
T20 World Cups. The
exactly,
Champions Trophy is scrapped off. There will be a World Cup. 26 will be the 27 will
20,
be the 50
27 will
over
be the
World
World
Cup.
Cup. Yeah, 27
World
World Cup.
Cup. So
Yeah,
150 over World Cup, two T20, and there'll be a lot of tournaments to coming up. So I think it
lot
will
of
be a
them.
good thing to India to try out other players also in that
Yeah,
extensive.
they will definitely give chance to younger players, against especially against West Indies, Zimbabwe. They will play the
Zimbabwe,
but
Kenya,
but
and
but
Afghanistan. I think the
but
lower.
every match will be very competitive, fought very competitively
Yes,
because of this.
very true.
The point system. Every test match is
And
important.
for a bigger fray like a round robin, whenever it happens in football, you
Yeah,
have to be concentrating on all matches.
all
Like
matches,
look
all
at
matches.
Manchester United, what happened in
Yeah,
2019 onwards. They started
yeah,
only concentrating on the big five, big six, Arsenal, Manchester City, and they
yeah.
started losing to the lower division, Newcastle, Brentford. They started losing to the relegating teams also.
Yes,
So that may
that's true.
happen, yeah.
So you
And the
cannot
pool
take
remains to
anyone
remain.
for granted, where you have to be on your toes all the time.
When you play 11 countries over a period of 2 years, it will
Yeah.
mean at least 11 series, minimum of
Yes,
11 series.
yes.
So
So in a
five
way,
series a year.
if we can have more test matches, that is good for the game of cricket.
I think so. They will have
So
to
that is a
space out
welcome
because
step.
IPL will be there. There'll be
Yeah.
other Big
Other
Bash also
T20s,
there.
there will be a lot of T20
T20.
tournaments.
I
Yeah.
think what will happen is T20 will come down. And that is what I was reading because they are going to revamp the ICC ODI League now, Super League. So ODI
Okay,
is going to come up in a big way. That is good for cricket.
that is good for
T20 might
cricket.
get
Yeah.
a little squished. Yeah. Because money is already there and in hands of BCCI for next few years.
Let's see.
So that's an interesting observation. I think it is a good move. I personally was also feeling that Twitter would push out West Indies badly. West Indies, Zimbabwe, Kenya, they would push them badly.
Bangladesh also,
Bangladesh,
Zimbabwe,
Ireland,
Bangladesh.
yes.
Yeah.
And let's see how it moves because 27-20, India is now rebuilding the side. So I do not see any big retirements in the 27-29 cycle, except
No.
except two, KL Rahul and Jadeja.
And Jadeja,
And
yeah,
Bumrah.
Jadeja.
And Bumrah.
And Bumrah, yeah, Bumrah, yeah.
So that will be a big loss. Bumrah is going to be a big loss. But
Yeah,
KL Rahul,
Bumrah will
Jadeja,
be difficult to cope up with so many test matches. I
yes.
think so. He will be
I
again,
think
pick and choose
Jadeja, I have a
system.
feeling Jadeja is coming to the end, almost
It is
end now.
I think 1 year, 1 or 2 years maximum you can give him. Yeah.
Because the cutting dispensation.
Because he's fit enough now, still now, and if you see the
Yes,
recent Pakistan series, the two
correct.
40-year-old bowlers, they made, all the difference. Two 40-year-old spinners.
Very true, very true.
Uh,
So I think on that note, we will end this discussion.
yeah.
And so we more or less think that who bats first in the India-Sri Lanka, India-South Africa match at Eden will hold the key. So
Yeah,
it's very imperative for, I think, Gill to win the toss. That
Win
is
the
where
toss, yeah.
the message that goes out from
And
us.
bat first,
Bat first. And
Yeah.
Nitish Reddy not being there could well be a boon in disguise for the batting lineup also.
Yes, yes,
Because
yes.
Nitish Reddy has not been doing anything of sort. I think he's
Right.
done nothing much.
No,
Yeah.
no, nothing,
So
nothing
Jurel
to show.
playing and
Nothing to show.
Jurel playing, strengthening the batting. And for South Africa, we feel that Ngidi and maybe Muthuswamy and Maharaj. So it is
Yeah.
going to be South Africa bowling versus India's batting. I think that's going to be the key.
Yes, yes. India have a
And
very long batting lineup, you know.
very long tail, very long batting. So
Yeah.
I have a feeling that they might surprise by playing Akashdeep in place of Siraj because of the home condition. Might.
Home condition.
But
Maybe,
otherwise,
maybe
I
this
think
is
they
the,
will select themselves. Sudarshan and Jurel both plays.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the way it is. On that note, we will end this discussion.
yeah.
And we have a very big Ashes episode coming up very soon. So
Coming up
stay
very
tuned
soon.
for
Yeah,
that. And we will
yeah.
also review this India-South Africa test in next week, next Wednesday probably.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's what we have in store next week, the Ashes build-up and the South Africa tour. So we have 2 to 3 episodes coming up in the next 1 week. Stay tuned for that. And till then, it's good night from me and Sudeep from
Yeah,
the
good
studios
night.
around the
Good
clock.
night.
Good night.